Huge news, everyone! We are getting a first series drop in Marvel Snap. Some Series 5 cards are going down to Series 4, and some Series 4 cards are going down to Series 3. This has been confirmed now to be happening on the 31st of January, and this is going to be happening every single month. So let's take a look at the cards which are dropping down from Series 5 to Series 4. We have Super-Skrull, Shuri, Black Panther, Valkyrie, and Bast. Now, with the fact that Black Panther is in here, we can get some very good information on the sort of time stamp of the Battle Pass cards dropping down. Black Panther was the November Battle Pass card. So this means it stayed in Series 5 for 2 months. It went into Series 5 at the start of December. It stayed in there for January. And then at the very start of February, it dropped down to Series 4. So therefore, we can expect that next month, we're going to have Silver Surfer dropping down to Series 4. And then in March, Zabu dropping down into Series 4. Perhaps then in another couple of months, Black Panther will stay in Series 4 for another 2 months. So we could probably predict that Black Panther will be in Series 4 for February and March, and then in April, Black Panther will become available as a Series 3 card. So from November to April, to go from a Battle Pass card to Series 3. A pretty big gap. So you're highly incentivized to be purchasing these Battle Pass cards. That is for sure. Let's take a look at the Series 4 cards dropping down. We have She-Hulk, Absorbing Man, Titania, and Luke Cage. She-Hulk and Absorbing Man, two of the strongest, probably the two strongest Series 4 cards right now. I think Titania is fantastic, and Luke Cage is going to be a very popular card, particularly with the fact that Hazmat just got that point buffed. So a lot of very popular cards going down. I think Shuri in particular. Bast is a great card in Mr. Negative. Valkyrie is great, but not quite as good. And Super-Skrull is a bit of a meme card, to be completely honest. But really generous cards they've chosen. They could have picked some worse cards for sure to drop down. So that is rather exciting. Worth mentioning as well that this series drop probably has more cards than the future ones, because we did just get a whole big amount of these cards in bulk. I think we got 12 cards a couple months ago when they introduced the Series 3 and Series 4 cards. Now, 31st of January is the time when this patch is currently planned, and they've also said that Battle Mode is going to be coming out on the 31st, which is really exciting, so look out for some Marvel Snap tournaments. But they have confirmed that Thanos and Galactus are going to be staying at Series 5. So if you don't already have those cards and you want to be purchasing a Series 5 card, those are certainly going to be a good investment. Maybe hold off on Galactus though, because I wouldn't be too surprised if Galactus gets changed pretty significantly. It just got nerfed a little bit, and in the most recent patch they said they're keeping an eye on it. So Thanos may be the best card to buy with your 6,000 tokens, because it doesn't really look like he's going to be changing from Series 5 anytime soon. So if you want Thanos, you're pretty safe to spend your tokens and not feel like you've wasted them. Now, for people like me that have bought a lot of these cards, for example, Absorbing Man I purchased. I also purchased Valkyrie and Super-Skrull. We are feeling a little bit sad right now because I spent 6,000 tokens on some of these cards, and now they're going half of the price. In order to make me feel a little bit better about my purchase, they're introducing a first edition badge. If you acquire a Series 5 card before it moves down a series, that card will show a first edition badge. This doesn't mention Series 4 cards. I think all new cards are going into Series 5. There's obviously She-Hulk, Absorbing Man, Titania, Luke Cage. These started in Series 4, but I think this is going to be the only time that's the case. So you can't get first edition badges for Series 4 cards ever, it looks like. It's a way to show you got the card when it was brand new. This feature will take us some time to build, but our goals are to retroactively apply first edition badges to cards earned before the feature comes online, and to show the badge on all variants and infinity splits of the card. This is actually an idea that I love. This is sort of similar to FIFA Ultimate Team, where if you're the first owner of a card, you get it out of a pack. You get a first owner sort of little mark on the bio. Now, other players are not able to see that, and it's been very popular in the FIFA community for a long time that you should be able to show off that it's a first edition, and they've never implemented that. So I think this is a great idea from Second Dinner to just give people like me that have spent a lot of their tokens feeling a little bit better about their purchases, because it makes them feel a little bit more rare, a little bit more special, and you don't feel quite as bad about spending all those tokens on these cards. And it also is going to incentivize people to not just hoard all their tokens forever until the cards drop down to Series 3. They've also improved the token shop a little bit. The token shop has been live for a little while, and we've had some time to experience what we like and don't like about it. We love how it allows players to make progress towards the cards they want most. We don't love that the hottest, newest cards don't feel very accessible to players who haven't completed Series 3. Once players complete Series 3, they start earning 500% more tokens on the collection track, but before then, Series 4 and 5 can feel out of reach. We are starting to experiment with changes we could make to let players who are still progressing through Series 3 feel quicker towards the new hotness. It's all going to take us a little time to make these changes, but our goal is to make the experience of earning Series 4 and 5 feel much better for folks who haven't completed Series 3. With so many new cards dropping to Series 3 and 4, and more dropping every month, things are about to get spicy. We can't wait to see what wild new decks everyone will build. So no update in the token shop mentioning seeing the same card over and over. I also think as a content creator, one problem I have with the token shop is when a new card comes out, I might just be praying and hoping that that new card shows up in my token shop. So for example, today Sauron is out. If I want to purchase that card, which by the way I don't because it looks terrible, I just want to be able to purchase that card as and when. But as it stands, every 8 hours I'm checking the token shop, hoping to see that card, and often I'm not getting it. Also, no mention of the token shop of a reduced price for these ultimate variant cards. The only person that I know that buys those is Raven, a streamer. Everyone else is, of course, spending their tokens to purchase cards themselves. And having these ultimate variants cost 5,000 tokens in the token shop feels a little bit of a rubbish system, to be completely honest. So a really positive bit of news. Of course, Galactus and Thanos staying at Series 5, but a lot of great cards dropping down. What that means then is I would avoid purchasing any of these cards, of course, until the 31st, particularly... Absorbing Man is obviously so good right now, but just hold off. I've got Luke Cage in my shop. I've been wanting him for a long time myself. These Series 3 cards are only going to cost you 1,000, but of course, you're very likely to get them on the collection tree. They become just as common as any other Series 3 card, and if you've already completed Series 3, you're going to get these cards in no time at all. So that is the update on the Series drop. It's coming on the 31st of January. It looks like we're going to be getting one of these a month, and we can predict that it's going to... Every card is going to be staying in a series for about 2 months before they drop, with the fact that Black Panther was the Battle Pass card in November. So, for example, we've got Zabu in the Battle Pass this month in January. We can expect that it spends 2 months in Series 5, so February, March. Then April and May will be in Series 4. And then in June time, it is going to finally drop into Series 3. So from January being the Battle Pass card, 6 months later, or 5 months later, I guess, it will then be far more accessible. So it's 5 months for a Battle Pass card to just drop into the general Pool 3. Now, before the Series 3 and Series 4 and 5 was introduced, it took, I believe, 2 months. You had a 2-month gap, so it took about 3 months from when the card was first released to drop down. So that's something that I'm not too happy about, that they've kind of stealth nerfed the free-to-play aspect, because it is now going to be more difficult to get those Battle Pass cards. It's going to take you a little bit longer, or potentially you could get them sooner, of course, but you're going to have to higher roll or spend a lot of tokens. Of course, you're never going to be spending tokens on these Battle Pass card. It just is not a good investment. So that's one problem I have. I would like to see maybe the Battle Pass cards just progressing along the track a little bit quicker. I think maybe just putting the Battle Pass cards straight into Series 4 would help that, and therefore it would only be 2 months from the Battle Pass card being released to the Battle Pass card becoming available in Pool 3 for far more players. So that's one problem I have with the current system. I think it's a really good change. Of course, I'm still not a huge fan of how unaccessible the new cards are and how much they cost, but this is certainly a good step in the right direction. Let me know what you guys think about these changes. Are you happy? Are you particularly excited? And which card are you most looking forward to? I know it's Shuri. I already know it's Shuri. But also for me, it's Luke Cage, actually. Really excited to be finally getting access to Luke Cage. And he's just going to cost me 1,000 tokens. And I'm going to be playing a lot of different decks with him. Thanks so much for watching the video. Like it if you enjoyed. And see you on the next one.